Okay, last question here. So we've got that the average or the mean life of an automobile tire is 41,000 miles. So marking it right over there to start. Standard deviation is 39,000 miles, 3,000, sorry, yes, 3,900 miles. So marking it right over there. If it's normally distributed, we need that keyword to be able to do the z-score. And so we were trying to find the percentage of all these situations. So if I drew a bell curve for this first one, and I put the mean of 41,000 perfectly in the middle. We're curious, what's the percentage of tires that make it greater than 41,000 miles? Well, that would be everything to the right of the middle, which again, we learned last week that is 50%. Okay, it breaks it down perfectly in half. So if we're looking at greater than 41,000 miles, you could have thought about it as 1 minus 0.5 to be 0.5, or you could have just seen that to the right side is 50%. If we draw a picture for part B, 47,000 miles is on the right side of the mean, and I'm looking for greater than 47,000. So I'm looking for that picture. So that means I'm going to have a 1 minus situation because I'm looking at that greater than part right there. Okay. So you still have to do the 47,000. That's your X. The 41 is your mean, and the 3,900 is your standard deviation. And it gives you this z-score of 1.54. So when I go to 1.54 on the table, positive 1.54, which the closest thing I've got is 1.55. So I'm just going to use that. That gives me 0.9394. You just round to the closest one when you don't get a perfect z-score. So that gave me the 0.9394, which again, that would represent this purple all the way over here. Again, the default, that's going to hurt a lot of us, is forgetting that the default of the z-score in the table gives you the left area. Okay, so if you're looking for the right side, you got to do that 1 minus situation, giving you 6.06%. Okay. Now, next one, less than 45,000. So again, that's going to be a situation that's kind to us. We don't have to do a ton of crazy manipulation. My default will shade to the left side, so less than, and we will be good to go. Okay. So I'm doing my normal z-score of 45,000 minus the average, all divided by standard deviation, to give me 1.03. So if you look at your table again, notice that it does not have 1.03 in here. And so you would just jump. I don't think you'd lose. Well, 0.03 is closer to 0.05 than 1.00. So you'd want to use that percentage right there at the 85/31. So we get 85/31, and I do not have to subtract. We do not subtract because it's a less than situation. Okay. Hopefully that's making some sense. And now what would have been nice to you is if they would have done like between 45,000 and between 47,000, because that's what you already had calculated up here, but they didn't. So you got to calculate the 43,000 in purple, calculate the 36,000 in red, and you get these two z-scores right there. Okay. So for the 43,000, I do a little picture. So 43,000 is going to be this situation. And the 36,000 is going to be, if I did it in green, 36,000 is going to be this situation. So to find the area between them, you have to subtract. Okay, so again, you're looking for the difference between the 0.69 and the 0.09. And when you subtract them, you get 0.5947 or 59.47% of vehicles or of tires will last between 36,000 and 41,000 miles. Last one here. It asks you to check would you expect that a tire would last over 55,000 miles? Why or not? And so when I get my z-score, again, my x is that 55,000, and then I'm using the same mean and standard deviation, I get 3.59. So I come down here to 3.59, and you see the table actually stops at 3.25. Okay, so when you have a situation like that, remember, if your z-score is 0, 3.25 is there because you're just a little bit left, but then our actual z-score was 3.59, so we would be even farther over than that. Okay, so it's something, 3.25, that's only giving you 0.0006. That's not 6%, that's 0.06% if you were at a z-score of 3.25. So we're even smaller. So that 3.59 is even smaller than that 0.06%. So it is extremely unlikely that it is not going to make it to 55,000 miles.